Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday. Hello, Walnut Tree, and hello, Walnut. I am doing a double whammy because I wanted to go live inside the Walnut Tree, inside my group, and I wanted to record a podcast episode at the same time. So I am being a smarter, not harder worker and trying to do both. So if you are here live in the Walnut Tree, just say hello. I'm not checking comments, but I will pop back. I hope you're having a really lovely, delicious day. And if you are here on the podcast, hello, welcome. Happy Walnut Wednesday for when you are listening to it. Walnut, I just wanted to come on and share like a fresh in the moment thing that I'm kind of like having right now. If you can see me, I apologize. I had quite the blob day, so my hair's all buffy and all the things. But so I'm in this, I'm doing a program at, it is currently the end of the year, and it is all about like closing down the year that has passed, so 2021. When this episode airs, I know it will be sort of like in January sometime, but I mean, this work is still relevant for, the December, January period, really. And I just wanted to share a couple of things as I was doing a little bit of the homework that have been sort of like coming up for me about it. So, but before I do, I would love to know how if you've done any like reflect work, if you do tend to do reflect work, and what it is that you particularly do if you do. So what I've been looking at is the defining moments of the year that has just passed. And it's been really fun to sort of look back and see who I was during all these things. I did a reel, it was like from like every month, January, February, and it was all these little videos. And I found it really fascinating that they're just videos, right? Like to anyone looking, they're just like these videos of a person doing things, probably if it's me being a silly banana. But to me, it holds so much more meaning. The videos themselves, they meant stuff. Like there's a video where like I was like pushing out my belly. It's like literally like a little boomerang 2-second, like earlier in the year. And to anyone looking, it's like, oh yeah, she's just poking out her belly being a banana. To me, that was the first night I ever wore like a tight dress without needing to wear like my Spanx. And like a defining moment, like a big deal. So it's actually been really interesting to go through these things and notice how much meaning actually does genuinely go into stuff when you're just like looking at it from a bird's eye view. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but so looking at these defining moments, and I thought I'd share a couple with you because Walnut Wednesday as a movement and as a business and as like all the things has achieved so much this year, which has been so wonderful, amazing. So a couple of them. The first one being my Reiki level 3 certification. I did that this year. It feels like so bloody long ago, but I did that this year. And following the certification, I actually did like a cleanse where I had, if you have been following along, you'll remember the live video I did, but no alcohol, no sex, no gambling, no salt, no meat, no dairy. I think I want to say it was about 30 days, but maybe it was a bit longer. Maybe it was like 2 months or something. Anyway, so I did that, right? I did like a big cleanse, which I thought would be really difficult, but it was actually like quite an enjoyable journey. Another defining moment was the crop top thing, where I wore the little sports bra thing through the village into a shop, and like the lady at the shop just thought I was being normal. Like These are all podcast episodes as well, by the way, Walnut. So if you like want to go back and check, all these moments are walnuttings essentially. I've spoken a couple of retreats. One of the retreats was I just had like a full meltdown, literal walnutting. Another one was, I think I had to say, I recorded it because I was too busy, and I had to set like a new boundary there. My big giant new tattoo that, really leaning back into trust and trusting the process of it. 100 episodes of Walnut Wednesday and really like making it a thing and making it a celebration. Creating snack hacks. It's been on like my bucket list to create something that's like self-led and that I can passively always have as like a giveaway or something like that, but it's like still me stepping into my leadership. And then recently, obviously the book, bloody book, and Elevate to Celebrate now, which have all been these defining little key moments. And as I say them, it's like, I'm thinking about if I was listening to someone like rattle on about their defining moments, and it's like, oh yeah. But isn't it interesting that it holds so much meaning to me, and so much like power and potential, and how much sharing these makes me feel good, makes me feel like a leader, makes me feel like a brave walnut for actually bragging about myself and what those moments were and how they made me feel like throughout the year on the podcast. So that was a fun little thing. And then the next thing I wanted to discuss with you, Walnut, and let me know if you resonate with this, but like in a lot of things that I do, that especially at the end and at the start of the year, it's like, what are the moments that were, hard and confronting and that you really had to learn about? I guess you could call them like a defining moment, but the ones that kind of, it's not like a celebration. It kind of just sucks ass, and you've got to just really, this is where your resilience and your grit just like really bubbles up to the surface. And as I was thinking about and reflecting on my grit moments from the year, I've actually come to realize, and this is why I wanted to start recording and just having this conversation, is my really hard and scary moments have all been walnuttings, and two, they've all been something that I've actually celebrated later. It's not, but like, yeah. And I think I cover this in Elevate to Celebrate quite a lot, but for example, using that. So Elevate to Celebrate started as Celebration Station. And there's a couple of podcasts before this one where I talked about that whole process, where all of a sudden it just was not feeling very good. It was feeling really shitty. People had already paid. So I was like, fuck, like I've got to, I have to do something because people have already paid. And yeah, it was interesting. But on the back end of that now, I'm like, oh my God, go you, Laz, celebrating, holding the moment, anchoring that in, because that actually, even though it was like a little bit hard, turned into a defining moment. And what my teacher in this program that I'm doing now has called it is the redefining moment. So not necessarily like the learning, the opportunity, you have a defining moment, and then you have the redefining moment. And I thought that was just a beautiful way to phrase just moments in life. But it's like, it's not the positive or the negative, but it is that like yin and yang, that ebb and flow, which, Walnut, don't we talk about so often? But yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about, I've managed to get myself through all my walnuttings and through this journey and through all my bits of brave all this time. stemming back to not just the past year, but like when Walnut Wednesday first started, when my personal development first started. I'm now in a place where I can celebrate and I can do the harder things quicker than what I did before. A courageous conversation, or a hard, difficult conversation with somebody now comes a lot easier to me than it did 3 years ago. It's more, now I have the mindset where I know it's going to be a walnutting, and I have, because I've practiced it and walnutted so much, I have the evidence to back me up that I know I'm going to feel good after, and I know I'm going to have a new defining or redefining moment after that. So yeah, I wanted to share, while I was just thinking about this work as I'm doing like my homework, how wonderful it is to be sitting in a position of hindsight, looking back at the Laz who was and who found all those things like incredibly heartbreaking and hard, and like I would be a disappointment, and like people would not like me, or just living in full fear of things because I didn't feel worthy, I didn't feel good enough, I felt ugly, I hated myself. And now I'm sat here feeling, I'm sitting here in like a tiny little crop top, my hair's all messy, and I'm telling you my heart. And I think that's just a beautiful thing. So that's sort of what I wanted to share on this episode today, Walnut. But the celebration has really come through in all of these moments, and being able to brag about myself is something that past lives would have never ever done, only if it was like that she was the butt of the joke and it was in detriment and making fun of her and putting herself down, rather than actually like boasting and celebrating who she was and being happy with that person. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you. And Elevate to Celebrate is awesome. It's such an awesome little workshop. It's about an hour long. And I talk a little bit more about the elements to celebration, and it's not just like, oh yeah, put a little party hat on and yeah, like it's my birthday celebration. We actually like lift the little rug and have a look underneath what it means to actually celebrate not only moments, but to celebrate yourself and others. So if you're interested, if you're watching the Facebook Live, Walnut, Elevate to Celebrate is on special for $25 until the new year, which was the original early Shirley bird pricing. It's normally $55 for the replay. But if you're listening to this episode, Walnut, and you're like, oh damn it, I missed out because it's not December anymore, don't worry, just send me a message and we'll sort something out for you. But it will go back up to $55 on the 1st of January, unless you're a listener of this episode and you let me know. Hope that makes sense. But anyway, have a happy day, Walnut. Happy New Year to you and all those kind of like happy merry things. Please make sure you eat all the food, and eat all the food guilt-free. Enjoy your meals. Don't feel bad because you're a bloody snack. Maybe I should do a snack hacks and a snack hack celebration combo. That could be fun. Maybe I'll do that in the new year. What do you think? Let me know. Let me know if you think that would be a good idea. But eat all the food guilt-free because you are a tasty snack. You're beautiful, you're sexy, and you're delicious. Please drive safe. Please drive safe. There are so many nut freaks on the road at the moment, no matter what continent you're on. Just drive safely. Speeding and things, you're not going to get there. It's not going to change your life if you're 1 to 2 minutes behind another car. So please drive safe. But most of all, Walnut, thank you for your time and thank you for being here. I will talk to you next Walnut Wednesday, of course, but I would love to hear from you. So share this episode, say hello if you're on the live, and I'll pop back and say hello to you. But I love hearing your feedback and I love hearing all your things. Yeah, and thank you for relishing in my achievements with me and celebrating with me, because it's really nice to know that I'm not actually by myself in this. I've got you and we've got each other. So I love you and I thank you. I always really suck at these endings, so I'm going to say bye. Have a happy day, and just remember you're beautiful, you're sexy, and you're delicious, and you are a wonderful, wonderful walnut.